That's the first failure in any trial overall. I guess it had to happen at some point. And if it's going to happen, then I'd much prefer it to happen at a time like this. Okay. Just annihilate all of them. That was nearly a misplay, if ever there was one. Okay. You were extinguished now. Ah, got caught somewhere. Oh yeah, in that rune in the middle. You go away, you go away. Immediately got extinguished. Ah. Okay, that's a valid strategy. Nearly messed that up though. Okay, but we got it, we got it. Again, we're at 16. But this time we haven't really lost anything yet. Too slow, too slow. That's okay. Go ahead, pick it up. You don't want to? Ah, okay. Spawn, 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 spawn. Oh, you jumped over me. You. Ah, okay. That was well done on their behalf. That was. They did that well, I must admit. That dash goes further than I tend to think. Whew. Just in time. Just in time. Oh, just passed in time to make me run into it. Okay. This is getting rough. This is getting rough. Dashed right into my way, okay? No, no. Just caught me out. Oh, you have just a much larger range, huh? Go away. There we go. That was kind of janky, but it worked, so I'm not complaining about that one. Yeah, that was just me scrambling to manage it, but it worked out, so I can't be too mad at that. We did it. It seems you did indeed, boy. Your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now, farewell. Fear not the purifying flame, plunge right into it, yeah. That's what I mostly do. Good to be back after all that. Say, what's that you have there? Gold's Bracer. Rank 8 legendary talisman worth 80 sol. Headwind power casts his aura with greater ease and gains infinite stamina on hit for 2 seconds. Okay. Power cast, release B when you see a flash. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna equip it, but it's definitely good to have. Now, what do we do next? Nothing new in here. So let's go outside and discuss the plan. Wolfred wishes to continue speaking with the group. Earlier, Wolfred called for a group meeting, presumably to reveal his plan in more detail. Instead, he reveals some bad news. Wait, what are you saying? What I'm saying, my boy, is that while you can indeed get yourself out of here, it can't be all of you at once. We earn our way back one by one, or not at all. But I thought I swore that we'd go free together. We may go free together yet, but it's going to take time and it's only the first phase. You, Hedwin, and the others exchange glances. Let me make this plainer for you still. Here is how the coming days are going to unfold. First, we are going to ascend Mount Alodiel, there to the north. You may not think this wagon's fit for it, though rest assured it's made the journey many times. Next, we'll pass through Scribe's Gate. Only the worthy pass through there, as your reader could attest, if he did not merely skim that chapter of the book. Afterwards, we'll reach the Fall of Soliam and meet our adversaries in the rites. They are to be the Tempers, led by the demon Ignarius. You'll know him when you see him. Both you and they shall choose someone from their respective rank. Then, once one of the triumvirates prevails, their somebody will be whisked home to the Commonwealth. Whisked home to the Commonwealth? Precisely. One returned. Our somebody is taken in and clothed and fully pardoned. The Commonwealth knows about all this? The same Commonwealth that says a sentence into the exile is forever and freedom from the downside is impossible? Many of these details the scribes themselves wish to be kept secret. Former exiles and the leaders of the Commonwealth alike have good incentive to protect those secrets well. So then, that's it? We climb the mountain, someone goes back and everyone else stays? For most of the participants in the rites, yes, that's it. But I like your connotation and indeed... and indeed, for us, that isn't it at all. If one of us returns, it shall be just a step along our path. However, let's let that sit for now. Gather your strength. We'll talk again on our way up. Wolfred leaves the rest of you to consider what he said. You have time now for your vocations. At dawn you shall begin your ascent to Mount Alodiel. Now let's study in private. Yeah. You excuse yourself from the others to go pore over the Book of Rites and its mysteries. Through greater understanding comes the reader's influence. Focus on which aspect of the Book of Rites. Okay, we had the +1 glory. Hope. It's quickness, presence. Presence is the aura size. Quickness is, of course, how quick they are. Hope. Banishment duration, okay. Let's go for either quickness or hope. Oh, rank 1 of 2 and that's rank 0 of 2. Let's go for that then. You concentrate on the substance of the words and teachings of the Book of Rites, such as you understand them thus far. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within, you cannot tell. You gain the reader's influence spirit. Each rank raises your fellow exiles' hope, making them return from banishment much quicker. All Nightwings gain +1 hope. Very good. Let's continue our journey then. Mount Alodiel. You have not been to this region of the downside. Wolfred states that the ascent of Mount Alodiel shall begin here. Let's take a look what it looks like then. The big mountain. Oh, that looks cool. Yeah, very nice, very nice. Now let's see what paths we have on this mountain, how we can ascend it. Here before you lies Mount Alodiel, stretching far beyond your line of sight. Somewhere up on this mountain lies the only place from which you can escape downside. Your companions gather round again before Wolfred, who stands tall as ever, whether from the cold air or the subject now at hand. You sense a tension in the air. Now then, you all have many questions, no? I've done a lot of talking, so go on, ask away. But there is only silence. One question stands out in your mind. which you refrain from asking yet. If only one of us is to go free at first, who shall it be? Go on now, don't be shy. Who first? Questions. Why us? Why you indeed, madam? That I can explain. You've seen the sword you stand against as adversaries in the rights. What is it that they want, do you suppose? They want their freedom back, of course. They'll settle for it on the Commonwealth's own terms. They'll gain their freedom and some cushy new responsibilities. Perhaps then they'll have a hand in sending still more exiles here to join us. Think on it. The Commonwealth rose from the ashes of a fallen empire thanks to the efforts of the first exiles who escaped this place via the rights. It is the Commonwealth's first and proudest tradition to honor those who live to redeem their transgressions. They have a certain wisdom, do they not? But as for you, I have been looking for a certain set of dispositions as... I've been looking for a... Let's try that again. I've been looking for a certain set of dispositions for a good length of time. All I needed was for somebody appropriate to show up and listen. So I planted many little eyes and ears throughout the island, whispering hints of this, absurd as it may sound. Took someone with a certain faith and creativity to go for it. That someone proved to be Hedwin over there. He was tasked with seeking two trustworthy allies, an old buried wagon and a reader. He was invited to bring others for the ride, all different sorts. Gather enough help and he and his friends would be free. A long story, but you know much of the rest. So then, why you? Because I've reason to believe you're not the sort to play right back into the Commonwealth's old hand. The rights, as you have seen, are quite exclusive. You are imposters in this little party. You could be the ones to break it up. Now then, more questions. Your head is beginning to spin. You can excuse yourself or keep listening. Yes, this is important. Wolfred's explanations are a lot to take in, though you feel compelled to absorb as much of what he is willing to tell you at this point. He prompts further questions when Jodariel raises her voice again. Hold. You mistook my meaning. I understand your plan. Still, I wish to know, why us? Why are we, among all others, chosen for the liberation rite? Ah, I see. Well, but that is simple, really, madam. You are chosen... You are qualified, I should say, because, as the expression goes, 'tis what the scribes ordain, though in this case the expression is quite literally true. When the Eight created the rites, each one of them anointed certain other exiles to participate on their behalf, exiles who showed some promise of redemption. The triumvirates they formed have stood the test of time, replenishing their numbers as their individuals moved on or passed on. You've met them as they are today, the accusers, the withdrawn, and so on. The Eight Scribes also formed a special group against which all the others would be judged, and that group they called the Nightwings. You bear their books, wear their masks and raiments. You need but show up to the rites, you see. The others erstwhile jockey for position for the chance to take you on. Yeah, well, what if we don't? What if we don't show up? Then you would deny yourself a chance at freedom, and deny it also to your adversaries. Victory means nothing in a common right then? Participation is all that matters? Not so, madam. Only the enlightened may regain their freedom. While failure can be an excellent teacher, the scribes do favor the victor. So, you see, those who do not conduct the rites or do not prevail in them sufficiently, they may find themselves barred from the liberation rite. But these are technicalities. The Nightwings disbanded years ago. Since then, no one has gone free. Yet, still, the other triumvirates pressed on, with fleeting hope that one day you'd be back. It's been a heavy price to pay in all of this. Now, if you'll excuse me, we'll talk again some other time. Some murmur to themselves about all this as Wolfred takes his leave. Other reconnoiter? Okay, I don't know what that word is. Others reconnoiter pathways leading up to the mountain and present you with some options. Maybe something with reconnaissance or something? Sure. Emperor's Fall. A pathway on the outskirts of Mount Allodial. Allodial's nameless lower summits. Pamitha expects some long-lost valuables to be stashed here. And Emperor's Ascent. A gap through the nameless lower summits beneath Mount Allodial. Ray believes the 8 scribes will bless whoever goes through here. Okay, so both of them we've listened to very recently. Let's go for Emperor's Ascent. Seems more direct, but who knows. The sublime beauty of Mount Allodial, along with the thin air this high above the sea, has been enough to silence even the most talkative of your companions. However, Ray has been positively bursting with excitement. Isn't it wonderful? I think it really is, don't you? What do you have to say, Tiso? Tiso seems not to share Ray's enthusiasm. He does not like the cold. You've been here before, Tiso? Isn't that so? Why would you ever leave? I wouldn't leave. I'd stay. I think I'd stay. Unless maybe I got too cold or hungry. Wait, what is that? Something about her changes then. Wait, look, but Tiso, don't you see? Look, don't you see them there? Tiso seems to be exclaiming something in utter disbelief. You yourself see nothing, but Ray rises almost off her feet as the imp looks on, astonished. Was that the scribes? It was. I know it was. They said something to me. They spoke to me. They told us we are welcome. That we are welcome here. Ray runs off to spread the word among your companions. Strangely enough, her enthusiasm is infectious, and in spite of everything, your spirits rise. To hope. For all companions for the next ride. That seems very good. Just reducing that respawn timer as much as we can. Okay. The Temple High Road, first of 2 paths leading to the mountain summit. Hedwyn expresses a passing whim to see the view from there, okay. The Temple Cistern, second of 2 paths leading to the mountain summit. Sir Gilman wishes to look upon the sacred waters there. Sure, let's take a look at the sacred waters. Jumping down there, and we pop up where? Oh, from behind there, obviously. Now let's see what waters we have here. At long last! The worm surges toward the water of the cistern. You decided to join him for a brief excursion. There, after another hard day's ride. You find him in a shallow pool, appearing very much contented. This night, he thought he may never again feel fresh water's cool caress against his scales. He sighs, splashing about from time to time. Then he turns his attention over to you. You, Master Reader, are most kind. To take with you this wayward knight, he swears to prove himself to you and to the rest. He knows that, soon now, someone may go free. He knows the choice of whom may weigh upon you heavily indeed. For it is you who ought to make the choice, is that not so? The knight heard it from the others, so it must be true. Now, listen, please, upon what little honor this knight has. This knight's penance is not complete. There's much atoning to be done, so when rises the occasion to decide who ought to go free, this knight wants you to know something. Please do not choose him, not even if you wish, and not even if you can. He begs of you, allow this knight that simple dignity. With that, Sir Gilman sinks into the water. His tail waves to you. His tail waves to you to leave him be for now. Okay. He does not believe that he deserves his freedom yet. Okay, sure, I can keep you around. I was planning on sending the people away that I don't like playing as much, so we are left with a stronger core in the future. We'll see. Let's hope other people don't have that many wishes of whether or not they should be freed or not, because I don't want to give up Rookie yet, for example. I need a Rookie on my team, he's the best.